Edison and I started in 2005, and really it was to fulfill the dream of making surfboards that were high performance and stronger. We grew up, with the idea and dream of surfing the best boards and best products possible. So we did a lot of R&D, worked weekends, nights, around full-time jobs, and finally found the magic sauce to make boards high-end, high performance.
Our goal in founding Varial was to take the highest quality and highest performance composite technologies and adapt them to surfing. And now partnering with Hyperlite, we're able to use those technologies to make similar revolutionary advancements in wake surfing. We think that these technologies are going to really blow the doors off performance and take the whole sport to the next level. So there's a lot of benefits to Varial foam. Some of them are that it's 100% UV resistant, so it doesn't yellow in the sun. It's 100% closed-celled, so if there's ever a ding, it doesn't soak up water. It's very high temperature resistant, so you don't ever have to worry about leaving it in a hot car or out in the sun and having it delam. And the strength and rigidity of it, the mechanical properties, make it so that not only is it very unlikely to break when you're riding it, but it's also extremely responsive under your feet and generates a ton of speed out of turns. So the infused glass process is a new technology of ours, and we've adapted that similarly from aerospace and other advanced composite industries. Infused glass allows us to create a really strong, very lightweight laminate that is extremely consistent from one board to the next. And we do that because we vacuum bag the board before we put resin in the fibers. We actually inject resin through the fibers under vacuum. And the end result is that these boards just fly across the water and they're super strong. Flex is uncharted territory in wake surfing, and its potential to improve the performance of the sport, especially with the compact size of the wave, is really dramatic. And that flexibility allows the board to bend into the turn, match the contour of the curl of the wave, and then come out of the turn kicking that energy back at the rider.
We designed these boards to have real isolated flex lengthwise in the nose to provide some drive forward with a carbon fiber strip under the front foot, and a lot of flex and twist in the tail, so you can really pivot in the wake and really project above the wake and get some good pop out of it.
And what that allows us to do, because we can get that pushback from the flex, it allows us to use a thinner tail, which allows the board to flex more. So what that does is it creates a more lively board that travels across the water faster, but also lets you set a rail better and move the board and turn it more like it's a surfboard.
The rail design on these boards are pretty important. Has a hard edge that flows right up to the front fins. As with surfboards, that transition point is very critical to keep that edge in the wake, but allow enough turnability and speed off the front foot. So we decided to use a thruster 3-fin setup on these wake surfs. It's a pretty traditional setup for surfboards. It gives you a lot of drive off the back foot with a lot of speed. The boards also become pretty loose. With the features fin boxes, you can really change up the fins, size and flex. And the whole box provides a really strong base, which is great for durability purposes. We went through a few different prototypes, and we eventually landed on the Exacta and the Trifecta. And the Trifecta has more of a square box tail with different turning points around it. And that's really geared towards being high performance, real responsive, and the Exacta is much more of a true surf-inspired board. It has all the outlines of a performance shortboard, and it's real user-friendly, real easy to ride, a lot more volume and width in that one. We feel pretty good that the design elements we know in the ocean work really well to adapt to the wake.
So one thing that we're really proud of at Varial is the fact that we've implemented the highest performance, highest end composite technologies into these boards that we're making. So not only is it cut on an extremely accurate CNC machine, but it's also the highest performance foam chemistry that's used anywhere in the world. And on top of that, we're using a very, very high quality vacuum infusion process to glass these boards. So the end result is that you're essentially buying a helicopter rotor blade in the shape of a wake surfer. And on top of all that, this is made in the United States. The materials are made here. It's hand-shaped after it's machined in Ventura, California, and we glass it right here in our factory. So we're really proud of the fact that we're making these with Hyperlite, and I think the future is very bright.
Hyperlite introduces the Varial Surf program. Featuring Varial foam and infused glass, this partnership generates the finest wake surfboards the industry has ever seen. The Exacta is a more traditional surf-inspired shape that has a smooth and controlled feel. The round tail and rail profile create easy edge transitions and provide added stability. Hyperlite introduces the Varial Surf program. Featuring Varial foam and infused glass, this partnership generates the finest wake surfboards the industry has ever seen. The trifecta yields a fast and responsive ride. Its squared tail profile creates multiple pivot points that engage with added tail pressure. Combined with a harder rail profile, the trifecta's drive and speed is unmatched.